Let's hang some wallpaper. I'm putting some on an accent wall in my home office as I'm going for a coastal beachy vibe in here, and this is just one of many projects I'll be doing in this room. Now, before you begin wallpapering a wall, you need to remove any screws or nails from the wall, and then you need to fill in any holes, and of course sand down any bumps, and then remove all of your outlet and switch covers. Then you'll want to take a large sponge or a rag and clean all of the dust and debris off of the entire wall that you plan to put the wallpaper on. Using more than one roll of paper, order it at the same time to ensure the batch numbers are the same. Otherwise, it could come from different dialects and the color could be off from one roll to the next. Also, even though this says pre-pasted, I still like to use wallpaper adhesive instead of dipping it in the water, as it sticks better, makes the paper easier to manipulate when you're putting it on the wall, and it's less messy. Next, you need to measure the height of the wall where you'll begin. Add in an extra ½ inch or so, as your wall will not be perfectly square and could be off a bit. I like to use a carpenter square to draw a straight line on the back of the paper, and then just take scissors to cut it. Now you're going to brush the adhesive onto the back of the paper. Be sure to get all of the edges really good. You can use a roller to apply the paste, but I like to use a brush on small jobs like this as there's much less waste. When you get the glue on the paper about halfway, you want to take the ends and fold it onto itself. This is a technique called booking. Now continue on down, putting paste on the entire paper, and then folding the ends onto itself when you get the other half done. And you're going to leave the paper like this for about 3 to 5 minutes. This helps the glue to activate. Once that time has passed, let's get it on the wall. Simply start on one end and line the long edge of the paper up against the adjacent wall. Then you're going to take this smoothing tool and apply gentle pressure to drag it across the paper. This not only presses the paper into the wall, but also pushes out all the excess glue and air bubbles. And then you just work your way down and across the entire strip. When you've got that strip on, take the smoothing tool to ensure the bottom is set, and then take a utility knife to cut off the excess. Keep your blades sharp and change them out often or they will rip your paper. After that, take a sponge and wash the wall off. It allows you to get all of the adhesive that got stuck on the paper, as well as any that got on the ceiling or the adjacent wall or the floorboards. Next, move on to the second piece. You'll want to dry fit it to see where you'll need to match up the pattern. As you can see, I'm a little short here, so I'm going to have to move up to the next section that matches and cut off about 18 inches of waste. After I've made the cuts and applied the adhesive to the back, I can hang it on the wall, making sure to line the pattern up exactly to the first piece. After you've got the second piece set, take a roller and roll along the seams to press them into place. Then just continue on the same way until your entire wall or room is done. Now, I do want to point out this glue is very forgiving and doesn't set immediately, so you can pull the paper back and start again and wiggle and work the paper until you get it right. Also, you can easily cut the paper around doors and windows. Remember to keep your blades sharp. Handle the paper very carefully as it can be fragile. When cutting around outlets or switches, turn the breaker off for safety, then press the paper onto the edge of the outlet to create an indentation, like this, and then you can just take your knife or some scissors and cut it. And there you have it, your brand new wallpaper. Drop any questions you have in the comments. Be sure to subscribe for more and follow us on the web at thedailydiy.net.